Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? So, my goodness, I've shown these albums so many times, but it's been so long since I actually sat down and listened to them. I was really inspired again. I've shot and showed these videos or these albums so many times, but it's been a while, so I thought I'd come back to it. But I was really stuck on listening to death metal. Man, listen to this shit. Fucking love that solo. It makes you kind of rethink who actually released the first melodic death metal album, released in 1991 right here. I know, I just thought of that when that solo come on. It's really beautiful and melodic. It's got a sort of groove to it. It's Bitterness is the name of this track, Pestilence, Testimony of the Ancients. But back to what really inspired me, I think I watched there's videos on the VC I always go back to. I love rewatching them, and one of them is The Golden Years of Death Metal 1991 by Scourge of Vinyl. Love that fucking video. And of course I've tried making my own, and today and yesterday, all day yesterday, I started on one metal kick, and then all of a sudden I want to listen to early death metal, old school death metal, and went and watched Scourge of Vinyl's video again, and decided to do this video again. I probably did it 2 years ago, something like that. Just my favorites, the best death metal albums of 1991, and this is the all vinyl edition because I got a shitload on cassette, as you've seen on other videos. There's several 91s in there, but I've been spinning records, and there's something about spinning records, especially death metal. It just sounds so damn good, especially the 91 recordings, because those guys were just really putting albums that just freaking stand the test of time. They are the albums that everybody goes back to, in my opinion. I didn't get into death metal until 1993, so I backtracked, and actually the very first death metal album that I got into is in this pile. The first one I heard was an album that was released in 1993. But anyway, yeah, I've been playing this album. I've got a poster on the wall. It's just my favorite Pestilence album. It came out in 91, and it's the one I go to the most. It always kind of reminds me a little bit of Death, in a way. And when I first heard it, I thought it was, this is actually the first album I heard by them. It just reminded me of Death. So I'll go through these. And this will be a fun ass video, even though I know I've done this so many times. It's nice to bring it back. Of course, Carcass. This one, necroticism, discarding the insalubrious. I can't say that fucking word, but holy shit. Can you believe that? Have back-to-back albums that year that just are freaking cult classics. These are all cult classics. The year 90 era stuff. Oh, that's the inner sleeve. Sorry about that. It's pretty damn good too. But 91 was the peak year, the best year, absolute best year. And this album right here mixes grind and death metal. We all know. Carcass is one of those bands that will just never go away. My favorite song on this is Corporal Jigsaw Quandary. I never saw it, but that is my fucking go-to. I'll go through these a little bit faster, kind of long intro. Go to Canada with Gorguts, Considered Dead. Another album that kind of reminded me of Death for some reason back in the day, and it kind of still does, really. I love the intro, the acoustic intro, and then comes Levidity. But Stiff and Cold, I mean, they're doing brutal death metal. This is true death metal. They're singing about death. I love that song. There was one, I don't know if it was on the other one. No, it's on this one. Here it is, Drifting Remains. Fucking killer. Killer fucking record. Can you believe this? Necroticism. Fucking Testimony of the Ancients. Morgoth with Cursed. Another band. I mean, I was a huge Death fan. So any band that sounded like Death back then, I was on it. And there was nothing wrong with aping bands. It just, I think of it as you're in a certain mood to listen to a certain band, but you're out of that band's albums. You've already listened to them all, and you start going to other bands that sound like that band. If that makes any damn sense, it doesn't. But Cursed, I love this album so much. That intro is so fucking cool, but it goes into Body Count, and then you're stuck. Suffer Life, Opportunity is Gone, and Darkness. Morgoth out of Germany freaking hit the ball out of the park with this. Their best album. All of these albums are freaking stone cold classics. Then, of course, you cannot have a old school death metal collection without Autopsy, Mental Funeral. This album. Well, see, I was hoping. I first heard. The other one. First album. Whatever it is. Survival. Fuck. God damn it, I can't remember it. But whatever. That album has Steve DiGiorio on it, and I heard that album first, and then they released this, and I was hoping Steve DiGiorio was in it again, and it wasn't, but it's alright. Album's fucking stone cold classic. Another one that's definitely ultimate classic, ultimate King of the Cream of the Crop, King of the Hill, and Cream of the Crop right here. All these albums were, but this album right here, Twisted Mass and Burnt Decay. In the Grip of Winter is my favorite track on this one. Flesh Crawl, really dig that one. Hole in the Head, Mental Funeral, the title track, really sludgy and doomy at the same time. This was like sludge death doom. Autopsy, Mental Funeral. Then this one right here, I bought it. I remember it was 93 when I bought it, and I saw that album art. I thought it was cool. Revenant with Prophecies of a Dying World, which is really almost thrashy sometimes. I think they're from New Jersey. This is on the orange and red variant, double disc. It has all the bonus tracks as well. But this album, when I first listened to it, I'd get lost in it. Reading the lyrics to this as the song plays, I can't read those lyrics nowadays, but fucking album rules. Revenant is a masterpiece. Definitely a masterpiece. Of course, this album, one of the first finished death metal albums I ever heard. Picked it up just because of the artwork. And by the way, I picked all these up on CD back then, so I'm not showing those. I just want to show the vinyl version. But this album right here is punishing. Even the guitar tone. See? Melodic death metal. God damn it. That Pestilence album is a fucking masterpiece. God damn, is it a masterpiece. But go back to this Funebre with Children of the Scorn. This album's been with me ever since back then. I've been listening to this thing for 34 years now. Is that right? Long fucking time. So the guitar tone on this is really, when I first heard it, I was like, God damn. But and it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Destruction's guitar tone on their earlier albums. But man, Waiting for the Arrival or Walls That Hell Screams are amazing tracks. Of course, all these are reissues, so you're not going to see anything OG here, but that's okay. The albums still sound great, as you could hear at the intro. But Funebre with Children of the Scorned. And this one goes hand in hand with Pestilence, Death, Cursed. Not Cursed, but Morgoth with Cursed. And this Atheist, Unquestionable Presence. I love the guitar tone on this and the solos. Normally I do like to listen to this one with Pestilence. Whenever I get on one of these kicks like I did last night, that's basically what I did. I kept on pulling out. I was like, man, I just want to hear shit from 91. And another fucking classic from back then, Atheist from Florida. I love the jazz fusion. Most of these were produced by Scott Burns, who's Floridian and shit, but Unquestionable Presence is my favorite track, the title track. Like Brains, The Psychic Soul, Enthralled in Essence. Just a freaking masterpiece. Actually, that one's over on that side, so I'm going to put that Atheist on since I have it right here. Love playing records. Death metal records are so damn the best way to listen to death metal, especially the early shit. And I think a lot of us could agree that own these, but this Pestilence is a fucking masterpiece. I say that all the time. I'll get to it, but I'm gonna play this Atheist in the background. This is a fucking masterpiece too. Fucking killer. This one's on a translucent blue with black marbling. I think this is not, it's at 33. The other ones are at 34. But get this playing in the background. I won't, yeah, maybe I will. That drummer, that bass player and drummer are just in a groove. The vocals come out there. Goddamn fucking masterpiece. Another great one from 1991, of course, is Clandestine from Entombed. Of course, I love the first album. Don't get me wrong, but I love this album too. Just two back-to-back freaking badass albums. Can you believe that? 1991 was stacked. It defined the old school death metal genre. But yeah, Entombed, Class Destine. I played this so loud last night, it was ridiculous. It was shaking the walls. Another one from Sweden, Sorcery with Blood Chilling Tales. Another one, this one's pretty fucking spooky. I always thought this was the evilest fucking album. Blood Chilling Tales, I think that's one of the greatest Swedish death metal tracks ever recorded. Legacy of Blind, Death, Dragons of the Burning Twilight. Dragons of the Burning Twilight is a fucking killer goddamn fucking track. Album fucking rules. I was so stoked when they reissued these. I had this actually on CD back then, and of course don't have it no more. So whenever I think Extreme Cult Series Music or whatever it is reissued these, and I was so fucking stoked. Yeah, Extreme Music. So damn stoked when they did. I was on it, and I should have picked the CD up on version 2. May do that. Another one. Good God, Bolt Thrower, War Master, absolute fucking gem. Everybody fucking knows this. I love the artwork to this. This is those Dynamic Range reissues. I love Bolt Thrower. It's one of my favorite bands. One of my favorite fucking bands. Especially when I'm in the mood for death metal, but not one that's something like slow and drudgy. I mean, they're not, too slow, but when you listen to fast shit, this is slow. I'll just say that. Bolt Thrower, War Master. This one I always go to. Bioaggression. Oh, I love this part. They do not do this anymore. Bands do not do this shit. But Bioaggression, this is fucking killer. Expound and exhort, maggot syndrome, nothing, psychomatic insanity, winds of death, cross spells, as you die. It's kind of a obituary worship, but they do it very well. And they have blast beats too. Bioaggression with this album, fucking goddamn. Get to some brutal death metal right here. Broken Hope, 1991 with Swamped in Gore. I remember I bought this on cassette actually back in 93 or 94 it was, and I was like, this is fucking badass. I knew it was death metal just because of the album cover, but see what I'm saying? 91. Fuck. It doesn't matter what album you get in 91. Doesn't matter. Every one of them are fucking the greatest albums in that generation. Favorite tracks on this is Swamped in Gore title track, Bag of Parts, Devouring of Souls, Goblin the Guts. Go back to Sweden. Look, a freaking masterpiece, like in an ever-flowing stream. Dismember. I'm a huge Dismember fan. Unfortunately, my Dismember collection is pathetic. I'm missing like one, maybe two albums, but it's either on CD, great majority is on vinyl, and then a bunch of it's on cassette. But the opening song on this album, Override the Overture, that's probably one of the greatest death metal riffs ever written, ever. Man, there was one, Skinner Alive, I like, Death Evocation, Killer, In Dreams, Sleep. I like this. I bought it because it had the Carnage covers they did, because this was originally Carnage before this album. And we all know this. Torn Apart is on there. And I love Justifiable Homicide. That bonus track is fucking killer. But Dismember, like an ever-flowing stream. Good God. Then, man, listen to that shit. So, yeah, it's funny when you bring these albums up. Atheist, Death, Morgoth, Gorguts. Fucking goddamn, this is a fucking masterpiece, too. Flattening of Emotions, as Lack of Comprehension. God damn, I love that fucking track. I love Steve Giorgio's bass on that. See Through Dreams, Cosmic Sea, I believe, or is it Vacant Planets, I believe, is the instrumental, or maybe it is Cosmic Sea. I love Steve Giorgio's bass sweeps in that. Just a fucking masterpiece. And this has the Kiss cover, Gods of Thunder. Then go back to Finland with World Without God. God damn. 1991 fucking ruled. There has not been a year as stacked as 1991. But World Without God, Putrid Intercourse, Incantation of Restoration, False Religion, Resuscitation of Evilness, The Godless Truth. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. Convulse with World Without God. And then the first Dark Throne album I ever heard was back in '91. It was a death metal album. No, actually I heard it in '93, but this was released in '91. Soulside Journey. And this is my favorite Dark Throne album. It's the first one I heard, first one I listened to, first one I bought. I'm in that era, which only released this, and then Goat Lord, Sky of Death Medley, and Blazing Northern Sky has some death metal in it, I should say. But Cromlech is awesome. Sunrise Over Locust Mortis, Soulside Journey, Neptune Towers, Grave with a View is fucking killer. Nor the Silent Whispers, The Watchtower, and Eon. This is a fucking masterpiece, in my opinion. Masterpiece. Has that recorded in Sweden, but it kind of sounds like Autopsy a little bit in some parts. But I think this is like they perfected that style. Fucking killer. Butchered at Birth. Can you believe this shit? God damn. I gutted Under the Rotted Flesh. Vomit the Soul. Vomit the Soul is actually my favorite track on this. Butchered at Birth. I listened to this like on repeat. Back the other night. I listened to this on repeat. I love this motherfucker. And I've got like 4 copies of this, I believe. But spinning the record versions is the best way to go. Then the last 2 are the very first 2 death metal albums I ever owned, which I've shown and talked about several times. I actually bought these on the same fucking day. Immolation, Dawn of Possession. Unfucking real. Unfucking real. This album, Into Everlasting Fire, that track, god damn, that riff is so badass. Despondent Souls, title track, Those Left Behind, No Forgiveness Without Bloodshed, Burial Ground, that's fucking killer. After My Prayers, Fallen Disease, and the title, Immolation. Yeah, I was so stoked when I found this copy. I mean, when you're digging through the bin and then you see this and you about shit your fucking pants. I almost did. This album fucking rules. This is not OG. I think this is a RC reissue. Can't remember when it was reissued, but it's cool to have a pretty earlier copy. But yeah, it's one of those moments. I had a Thomas moment. Found this. I was like, God damn, fucking rules. And then the very last, but not least, was there 2 albums here? Oh, I have 2 more albums. The very first death metal album I ever heard. Actually bought these 2. Made several videos on the same fucking day. Can you imagine that? Going home and listening to these. I've told the story of this many times, but it's hard to pick my favorite Morbid Angel album, but I'd say this one is, because it's the very first one I heard. Fall from Grace. But I think my buddy was playing this in his car, and it was the Doomsday Celebration and When of the Day and Suffering. I was like shitting 2-ton bricks listening to that, and I remember when I first picked this up about the immolation of this, I listened to this like for days before I even got to the immolation album. But yeah, favorite tracks on this are Thy Kingdom Come, man, every one of them. I love the instrumentals, Desolate Ways and then Remembrance. I think that adds some kind of weird atmosphere, like medieval atmosphere to this album. That's what I've always thought. Fall from Grace, that opening riff. Fuck. I want to hear it now. Nah, I won't. But Rebel Lands, Blessed Are the Sick, Leading the Rats. But fucking 91. Fucking ruled. Played that loud last night. And then this one, I just played this a little bit before the video. Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten. This is my favorite death metal album of all time, and it was released in 1991. I just love the brutal style. Nobody sounded like this. I mean, there may have been, but they're so underground you didn't know about them. So this one, since I remember picking this up at the store and putting it in my car, and I was like, what the fuck? And had to listen to it again because my brain couldn't handle it at first. Listen to it again, it was an ultimate fucking brain beatdown. Liege of and Veracity, Effigy of the Forgotten, Infecting the Crypts, Seeds of Suffering. Every fucking song. Jesus Wept. Fucking Suffocation. Released their masterpiece. They can never top this. I mean, all their albums are fucking awesome, but they've never topped this. And a lot of these bands, well, except for Death, I'd say, they topped that one, but it was still so fucking good. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know some of you guys that have been following me have seen all these before, but it's just nice to come back and just revisit them. And that's what I've been doing, and maybe that'll give you inspiration to go back and listen to some old school death metal, because it seems like I haven't seen very many videos or people talking about these albums. Are pretty much just showing what they've got in, which I do this too. I do this a lot, so it's just nice to just kind of go back and just listen to those old albums that really got you into your favorite genre. And these are a lot of them, 92 and 93 as well. But that 91 shit, it can't be fucking topped. It can't be, ever. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do Rest of my bookshelf, I just kind of wanted to just hang back. And I think it's really started with that 91 era kick with Therion of Darkness, because that was released in 91. Bunch of CDs, Authorized, I showed yesterday, or Carbonized, or there's several. Grave, Into the Grave was released in 91. Unleashed was released in 91. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many albums. And like I said, it just can't be topped. I mean, it just can't be. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.